And from child's pose, just go ahead and welcome yourself with a good long breath in and a long breath out. Okay, another new moment. Okay, another now. You just get to drop in not only to your physical body, but to this now as it is right here. Okay, so no matter what you are currently feeling, could you just trust in your breath and the next one and the next one? And sometimes that takes a bit of letting go of what we should be doing, right? What our life should look like, all the things that we should get done. And if we just really take that one word kind of out of the equation, we can really just consciously, actively, and on purpose drop into this moment as it is. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's just this opportunity right now to fully seize exactly what you want. And you're not worrying about any expectations from anyone else, any preconceived ideas about where you have to be in a certain chapter of your life. You're just right here, as you are, perfect. And sometimes it's nice to set an intention, to dedicate your practice to somebody, to something, perhaps something that you're working on or working through, to someone that you know needs it. So if that's present and in alignment for you, bring that to mind. Okay, take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Sorry.
And one more breath, just like that. And exhale. And we'll come forward to a tabletop position, hands and knees. And we'll look up towards the sky, curve your low back, take a deep breath in. And then round your spine, tuck your chin in, long exhale. And inhale, forward and up. You might like to close the eyes here. And then round in, exhale. Okay, third time right here, big breath in. And then round in, exhale. Okay, look forward, lift your hips, down dog. And then just find your feet hip width and heels rooting one by one for a couple moments here. And then look at your hands and just see that palms are pushing. Okay, perhaps something a little new and interesting here, having a different surface underneath your hands, underneath your mat. And then glide forward to a high plank, long breath in. Okay, lift your hips, downward dog with your breath out. Twice more just like that, high plank, breathe in. And down dog. One more, long breath in. And down dog. And you walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. And then forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. A long spine, no rounding in the upper back. And then fold in, exhale. One more time, just like that, halfway up. And fold. And half sun salutation. So we reach the arms up, full breath. Go high with the eyes and the hands. And forward fold, dive over your legs. And again, we'll stand tall, reach up. And fold, nice and easy on the way down. One more, here we go, inhale. And forward fold. Okay, halfway lift, breathe in. And then step to high plank, feet go back. One smooth motion, come all the way to your belly. Cobra 3 times. Inhale, head and chest up. And then roll down, forehead to the mat. Cobra, breathe in. And roll down. One more time. Inhale, cobra. And then press through your knees, take downward dog. Perhaps a little smile on your face, just welcoming yourself to your mat even further. Right? Some gratitude for this space that we're in, the fresh air, and our good, strong, healthy bodies. Okay, and step your right foot through between your hands. Left knee to the mat. Keep your toes tucked, and then we reach the arms high. Long breath. Okay, reach your arms back behind you. Palms will face down, and just like you're going to dive your chest over your right knee. Okay, pull your arms high. We'll look up. Finger pads to touch. And then reach back. Long exhale. Okay, one more like this. Full breath. And again, finger pads touch. As you take your arms back, I'm going to lace the fingers at your low back. Okay, get a good grip. And then long breath here. Pit of your belly pulls in. And to lift your left knee off the mat. Okay, pull the shoulder blades back in together. Long breath here. Steady through the right heel as you exhale. Okay, one more breath in. Fill up. And empty. Okay, let your hands touch down. I'm going to lift your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Okay, take your knee to your nose, round your spine, and bring shoulders over the wrist. Three-legged dog, full breath. And knee to nose. One more time, up and back. Knee to nose. Okay, step the right foot through between the hands. Left knee down. Arms reach up, one smooth motion. And then arms behind you. We'll take the opposite clasp behind. Just opposite thumb on top. Big breath. Lift your left knee as you exhale. Okay, single breath here. Fill up. And empty. Hands come down to the mat. Step back. High plank. Low push-up. Option to modify if you need. Okay, so up dog or cobra. Breathe in. And down dog. Breathe out. Fill your lungs. And empty them out. Okay, 2 more breaths. Fill. And empty. 1 more. Big breath. Exhale. And then left foot comes forward, top of the mat. Right knee comes down. I'm going to take the arms overhead for low lunge. Long breath in. Okay, float your arms back. Palms will face down to start. Okay, reach up. Finger pads to touch. And then reach back. Kind of like wings. Okay, reach up high. Long breath in. And then reach back. Go with the dominant clasp. Okay, so there's the one that feels natural. And we power up, lift the right knee. Breathe here. Last 2 breaths. Fill your lungs. And 1 more inhale. And exhale. All right, take your hands down to the mat. Lift your left leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Full inhale. And then left knee to nose. Exhale. Kick up and back. Try and straighten your left leg way back as much as you can. And knee to nose. Kick up and back. And knee to nose. Okay, 1 smooth motion. Left foot steps through. Right knee down. Low lunge. Arms sweep up. Full breath. And then hands behind you. Exhale. We lace the fingers. Opposite thumb on top. Okay. Proud chest. And lift your right knee. Okay. Long breath in. And exhale. Okay. Plant your hands. High plank. Low push up. Modify if you need. Upward dog or cobra. Inhale. Down dog. Sink your heels as you exhale. Okay. Full breath in. And breath out. Okay, and then step your right foot forward. I'm going to pivot your toes to the left. Walk your hands around to the long edge on the left of your mat. wide-legged fold. So you're gonna turn your heels out slightly, toes turn in, soft bend on the knees, and then lift your sitting bones. So think the two bony sort of processes in the hips up towards the sky. And then you can just relax your elbows, let your head soften. Pardon me? No, she's in the field. Yeah, no worries. Okay, and then we'll find a little side to side movement here. So we'll bend into your right knee and then bend into your left knee. Okay, and as you bend into either knee, your other leg goes to straight, and just kind of feel out what it is that you feel on the opposite groin. Okay, so we get that deep stretch on the inner line of your other leg. Might hang out on one spot for a couple extra moments. Okay, and then if you had moved your hands at all, bring your hands back through underneath the shoulders. Hips and shoulders are square, and then we walk the hands around top of the mat. And then we're gonna turn both of your feet to face the right. Okay, so right toes to the right. We roll to the outer edge of your left foot, and then your right arm reaches up. So now pick your hips up and pull the outer right hip back. Do your best to keep the left leg straight and strong. And then look up towards the right fingertips. Reach your right arm overhead, bicep by your ear, and your palm to face down. Okay, big breath in here. And then right hand to the mat. Let's square up the feet to face straight forward. I'm gonna step the left foot in about a foot so your heel can tack down for pyramid pose. Okay, so work the knees towards straight. You could walk your hands up onto your right calf. And then see if you can flex the quadriceps here. So you actually lift the kneecaps up, and then you pull the right hip back. Left hip a little forward. Okay, lift your spine up halfway, shoulder blades together. Inhale. Fold into your right leg, big exhale. Okay, halfway lift, long spine. And fold. Okay, one more time. Here you go. Big breath. Fold into your thigh. Okay, look forward. Plant the hands. I'm going to step the left foot further back. High plank, low push-up, we flow. Okay, upward dog or cobra. And downward dog, exhale. Long breath in. And long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Step your left foot forward between the hands. Now walk your hands along to the long edge of the mat once again. Turn your feet. Heels will turn out, toes in a bit. And then we're gonna do that again where we go knees bend either way and the other leg goes towards straight. And a little something different, you might even bring your one elbow to your thigh. And then just kind of feel out what your legs do when you really sit the hips back. That's it. And you're still focused on your breath. And bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then pivot on your feet so your toes turn forward, top of the mat. And then we turn ourselves all the way around, toes pivot to the left, and we're on the outer edge of right foot. Left arm up towards the sky, big reach, and lift the hips. Okay, and as you lift the hips, pull your outer left hip back behind you. And you might feel into that sensation on the outer left hip, kind of like thread the needle or half pigeon. And then take your left arm overhead, bicep by your ear with your palm down. Good long side body stretch. Okay, deep breath in. And left hand to the mat. Okay, we pivot your feet around to face forward. Right foot steps in a bit. And then you could have your hands up onto your left shin just so your knees can be straight. We pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And then lift your spine up halfway, shoulder blades together. Inhale. Fold into your left leg, exhale. Okay, halfway lift. Again, legs are strong here. And fold in. One more. Breath in. And fold. Okay, plant the hands on the mat. You're going to take your right foot further back. High plank, low push up, we flow. An upward dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths, fill your lungs. Just try and fixate the gaze. And empty. Okay, 1 more breath in. And breath out. And you take your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Turn your heels in. And see if you can actually put your heels down on your mat. Walk your hands back to your feet. Then you might take your feet a little bit wider and we sit the hips low for a yogi squat. Okay, so you can bring your hands to your heart, elbows to the inside of the legs. Okay, and then lift the chin, and you might like to close your eyes here. Okay, a bit of pressure with your elbows to the inner knees. And deep breath in. Place the hands on the mat, lift your hips, and straighten your legs. Turn your toes straight forward and about shoulder width apart. So we're still pretty wide with the feet. Take your fingers just underneath the toes, okay? So just so you kind of have a grip of your feet. I'm gonna sit the hips as low as you can. Maybe that just means in line with knees this time. Okay, look forward, long spine, big breath. And then fold over your legs, lift the hips as you exhale. Same thing, sit low, breathe in. Straighten your legs, exhale. Keep a good grip on your toes. We'll do it one more time. Inhale to sit down. And then fold, exhale. Do your best to straighten the legs. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. And 1 more. Fill up. Okay, let go of your toes. Work your feet into hip width, so more narrow. Generous bend to the knees. You walk your hands out to plank position. And then bring your left hand directly underneath your face. Take your right arm up towards the sky for side plank. Okay, and then take your right arm overhead, bicep by your ear, and step your right toes behind you for wild thing. You're gonna push through the outer edge of left foot, lift the hips, lift the chest towards the sky, and then come through center slow-mo. Right hand goes down. We're gonna turn it all the way around to side plank first, and left arm high. Okay, arms are in a T, shoulders stacked. And take your left arm overhead, bicep by your ear. And step your left foot back for wild thing. You push through your toes, lift the hips. Bye, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah. See See if you can lift the hips a little higher. Let your head come back. Big breath in. And downward facing dog. Okay, take a moment here. Long breath in. And long breath out. Okay, step your right foot through between your hands. Fly your left leg for standing splits. So we're looking for good level hips here. Okay, left hip in line with right. And then see if you can tent the fingers directly underneath the shoulders and see that your right foot is straight forward. Okay, look forward with your eyes, your chest, the shoulders, full breath. Left knee to nose, exhale, we round in. Kick up and back, standing splits. And knee to nose. Okay, up and back. And knee to nose. Okay, left foot to the back of your mat. Lift your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. And then bend your knee and stack your hips. Take a deep breath in. Half pigeon right side. Okay, right knee goes behind your right wrist. All right, and then you can untuck the toes. We'll sit up nice and high. Chest up proud. And then go ahead and bring your elbows down to the mat. And let your forehead come down. And then if you'd like a little more sensation on the outside of the right hip, pull your right knee back and your left knee a little bit forward. Okay, it's really subtle. Little pull back on right knee, little pull forward on left knee. And you soften the shoulders, soften your face. Underneath your shoulders. You tuck the left toes and we step back to down dog. And we sink the right heel down towards your mat and just lighten up your left foot a bit. And even the pressure of your feet out, heels down, palms are pushing again, down dog. Take a deep breath in and a clearing breath out. And then left foot steps forward between the hands. Lift your right leg, standing splits. And again, you tent the fingers just underneath the shoulders as best you can. Okay, we look forward, long spine, breathe in. Right knee to nose, we round in. Kick up and back, inhale. Knee to nose, round. One more time, inhale. And round. Okay, right foot steps to the back of the mat. Palms push, left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Okay, take a long breath in. Half pigeon left side, knee behind your wrist on the left. You can sit up nice and tall to begin. And as you like, you can come down to your elbows. more to work with to breathe through. Left knee pulls back and right knee pulls a little forward. And plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toes and step back to down dog. And sink your left heel as best you can and just lighten up your right foot any amount. And then glide forward, high plank position, full breath. Chaturanga as we exhale. And upward facing dog, breathe in. And down dog, breathe out. Long breath here. And exhale. Okay, rise high into your toes. You can hop or step through to a seat. Then bring your legs out in front of you and come to lay on your back. And knees pull in. Just give yourself a little rock and roll side to side. And then lengthen your left leg out onto the mat and keep your right knee in towards you. And just notice how good it feels to just lay out on your back and let your breath flow a little more fluidly. And then breathe in long and strong. Lengthen your right leg up towards the sky as you exhale. Okay, and lace your fingers behind your right leg. And point and flex your foot a couple times. And roll your right ankle around in a circle to the left and to the right. Breath to movement. So we're going to bend the right knee, give it a good squeeze in. And push your heel up high to the sky as you exhale. And again, knee bends into you, full breath. And heel up, exhale. One more. Knee hugs in. And heel high. And keep your leg pretty straight. I'm going to take it over to the left for spinal twist. And roll your right shoulder back. Take your right arm to the right, and you might even let your left hand rest on your outer right leg. Some deep breaths here. Just notice where along the spine twists a little more fluidly, where you might feel a little bit stuck or stagnant. Always a really great opportunity just to reflect on some of the energy in your body in relation to the spine. And then as we come back through center, cross your left ankle over your right ankle over left thigh. And then bring your legs towards you and lace your fingers behind your left hamstring. You hug in. take your right leg out long on the mat and keep your left knee hugged in towards you. Find a bit of movement here with your knee out to the left and in close. Take a deep breath here. Lengthen your left leg up towards the sky. And just place your fingers in the back of your leg and point and flex your foot a couple times. Roll your ankle around to the left and to the right. You might even like to close your eyes here. Breath and movement. Bend your knee. Full breath in. Left heel up towards the sky as you exhale. Okay, bend your knee. Breathe in. And lengthen up and out of the hip as you exhale. Okay, one more time. Bend your knee. And reach up. You can keep your left leg pretty long. Take it over to the right for a twist. Roll your left shoulder back. Reach your left arm out. Spinal twist. Notice the quietness of the breath. Notice the twist in your spine. And just a sense of ease right here and now. As you come up through center, left ankle over your right thigh for thread the needle. And bring your hands behind your right leg. And just squeeze your legs in towards you. And happy baby. So we'll uncross, reach up for your feet. Take your knees out wide, a little roll left and right. And then if you like, you can keep your hands where they are. Stretch your legs straight up and lift your head off the mat. Okay, it's kind of like a forward fold on your back. Heels up high, toes towards you. Let go of your feet. Slowly lay your head back, feet to the mat. Just keep your knees bent here. You can find a little sway left and right with your knees if you like. Okay, and then we'll come through center and option for shoulder stand. Okay, so if you don't want shoulder stand, you can just go legs up towards the sky, heels over hips. Okay, or if you do, you can give yourself a little rock. Hips up into your hands, chin tucks in, and just ask that you still look up and keep your neck and head straight. You can work the shoulder blades towards one another, elbows in ideally to shoulder width, heels up towards the sky, big toes pushing up. Option for plow pose. And you take your toes behind you. Just go nice and slow, easy, easy. Toes perhaps reach the grass or your mat. Option to lengthen your arms out to the sides. Just ask that you keep breathing slow and controlled here. An option for deaf man's pose, knees beside your ears. And slowly support your hands back to your hips. Roll yourself out. Legs can go long, a little sit up along the way to kind of counter a stretch for your spine, and then you can work into fish pose. So your fingers can kind of come underneath you, palms face up. Lengthen the legs out, and then puff the chest up, roll the shoulders back, and then you can lay your head back any amount. As you come out, we go chin to chest first. Walk your hands out from under the hips, take your feet out, and lay yourself onto your back body with your arms extended out. And take a deep breath in. And slow, controlled breath out. Okay, breathe in. Out. One more right here. And let it go. Relax into Shavasana. We let go of any control of the breath. You might like to tuck your tailbone underneath you a bit more, even pulling the shoulder blades towards the spine. Your chin tucks in. Relax your whole body down and into gravity. Notice if you can relax the rib cage down any amount. Soften the eyes behind your eyelids. Fully relaxed. Bring all of your attention back inside your body. Take a long, slow breath in. And breathe out. One more time, just like that. Long breath in. And breathe out. An invitation to bring your hands on your belly. take one more breath here and just allow the breath to rise your belly, your hands to receive, and then just relax in. And this opportunity right here after Shavasana, usually the sign at the end of practice that we can actively give over anything that is no longer serving. So if there's anything right here and right now that you'd like to acknowledge within yourself, your life, this chapter of where you're at, this can just be part of the process, a handing over, a setting down, a placing off to the side, anything that feels perhaps a little too heavy, and just let it go, let it be. A deep bow of gratitude to you, from my heart to yours. Namaste.